Hello and welcome to this month's SMF soap challenge. I'm Saponista and I'll be running the challenge for January. I've chosen a really simple topic this month. We're going to make black and white soaps. So as long as you only use the colours black and white within your soap, no shades of grey or any other colours at all, then you are free to do whatever you wish. You can create any design you want using those two colours. You can use any colourant you want to create those colours. I've chosen activated charcoal and titanium dioxide, but if you want to use mica or liquid colourant or anything else that you have on hand to create the black and white, then that's absolutely fine. This month I have chosen to try a technique that I've not tried before. It's a type of Taiwan swirl, except the pattern forms in the log vertically rather than horizontally. What you need for the Taiwan swirl is I've set up a log mould with some dividers inside. You need to pour your soap fairly fluid in order to get nice definition within your layers. So what I've done is I've added a small amount of petroleum jelly on the bottom edge of my dividers to try and make a tight seal with the bottom of the mould, because when your batter's fairly fluid it's quite difficult to pour it in without it running underneath and starting to fill up the other layers. I've got a hanger tool here, which is what I'm going to use to make the swirls inside once I've poured the layers, and I've marked with some masking tape some markings to show me. I find it difficult when I try to pull the hanger up and move it across to do it evenly, so I've got these markers, so each time I pull the hanger up a bit further, then I'll know how far to pull it out so that it's even. So the basic swirl design we're going to use, the shape we're going to make with the hanger, is this shape here. So you just drag it across to one side, move it up a small amount, then drag it across to the other side, and then keep going in a sort of zigzag until you reach the top. So I've got my cooled oils and my cooled lye water here, and I'm going to combine the two together. And I've already got my fragrance added as well, and I've got some sodium citrate that was in liquid form in the oils as well. So I have my colourants, my activated charcoal and my titanium dioxide already mixed into a small amount of oil that I've taken from the original oil from the entire batch. And so now my soap's reached emulsion, I'm going to divide it into two containers. I'm going to do it roughly by eye. I want it half and half. So once you've got your batter about even, half and half, then you add the charcoal to one pot. I want a really nice dark black colour, so I'm adding quite a lot of charcoal. And the titanium dioxide to the other half. So I'm going to use the stick blender again to thicken the batter a bit. So I'm going to start with the white. So now I'm going to pour my two batters into some squeeze bottles, because I find it's easier to get it in between the dividers accurately if it's in a different sort of container. So as you can see, the batter's still really fluid. So we'll have to wait a little bit longer to pour it. So then I'll put the tops on the bottles. As you can see, my 3 dividers are in place, and I'm also going to insert the hanger tool into the back of the mould. I'll then start by pouring a small amount of the batter into the first partition. We'll do it gently and watch to make sure that it doesn't start pouring underneath the divider. And if it does, then we'll stop. So now we've got the bottom layer in, all nice and even. I'm going to keep topping up. So now the mould's completely topped up, you have to remove the dividers gently. So I release them from the side edges, then pull them directly upwards and out. So I've got some little markers on my hanger to tell me how far to pull upwards. So we'll go along the bottom, then we'll pull gently upwards to the first marker, then we'll go across, then upwards to the next marker, then across, upwards to the next marker, across, upwards to the next marker, and out. And then we'll do another small Taiwan swirl just in the top surface of the soap with the skewer. And so this is what my soap should look like inside as well. That is the completed soap.